My life and my future is in your hands, you know, and all I'm asking is a chance. I'm coming to you for help so you can help me so I could successfully complete this probation. And I'm asking you that it's you that has the authority, the control, the power, that either you could help me, send me back to prison, or you can release me. And if it's in your will, to put me in an outpatient or rehab, and I'm willing to do whatever the stipulations that you want to give me, I'm willing to do. And I leave it to you, Your Honor. And just for the record, I just didn't feel that with the VA, I tried to explain this, but I didn't have the chance. So I said, you know what, I'll just put my life into your hands and I'll let you decide.
There were some issues. Yes. So what has been prepared is a judgment, non-proton. And we're going to keep, if there are no objections, we're going to keep the way it's written in the motion to revoke with the assault, reckless breath circulation with a previous conviction. And then it's going to be as though it's a second-degree felony, and that the punishment in place is going to be 6 years instead of the 7 that's listed in the judgment, because the way the plea paperwork was done before my time, before you all's time, it's sort of all over the place. Okay.
Just gotta grab the NCR.
All right, sure. All right, court is calling 2018 CR 7000, State versus Richard D. Wallace. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state, for the defense?
Michael Collins, attorney for defendant, present and ready.
And are you Mr. Wallace?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's start off with the plea paperwork and with the judgment. There were some corrections that needed to be made to the judgment. Mr. Wallace, I know that your attorney has explained this to you. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right. But I'm going to put it on the record to make sure that everyone is on the same page. So in the judgment, this is listed as an assault, family choking, strangulation. However, the offense of your the offense for which you were convicted is going to be assault, intentionally or a reckless breathing to stop circulation, family violence with a previous family violence conviction. Is there any objection from either party to changing the current judgment to that convictions, to that offense? State?
No.
Defense?
No objection, John.
And the code section is going to be 22.01 of the Texas Penal Code. Any objection to that being the statute for the offense? State? Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wallace, do you have any objection to anything that the court has placed on the record so far? Now, with regards to punishment and place of confinement, it's going to be corrected to show that it's 6 years TDCJID and a fine of $1,500, imprisonment, institutional division. Any objection? State?
No.
Defense? Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wallace, any objection? Any objection to the court signing the judgment non pro tunc as with those corrections? State? Defense?
No, Your
Honor. The court then is signing the order, and if either party needs a copy, the clerk will prepare a copy so that you all may have it. Next, we're going to proceed. Now the court is going to proceed with the motions to revoke. Mr. Wallace, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision, First Amended Motion to Revoke Community Supervision, and Second Amended Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Richard D. Wallace who was placed on community supervision in 2018 CR 7000 for the offense of assault, intentionally or reckless breathing, circulation, family with a previous conviction on December 17th, 2018 for a term of 7 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor, on the second amendment motion to revoke. Violating condition number one, on or about the 20th day of June 2024, Bear County Texas, the defendant Richard D. Wallace committed the offense of possession of controlled substance violation of condition number one.
All right. To that offense, how do you plea? True or not true?
True.
State?
Your Honor, we'll waive any violation.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number one, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 6 years in prison
Yes, Your Honor.
and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, or your client?
Yes,
And state. Knowing this, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number one?
Sure.
Court will find violation of condition number one true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Or, however, the state is TIC taking consideration, 3 different cases. County Court 14, case number 722471, and that's a theft case, and then also a possession of controlled substance case as 2024 PF 04139, which we have pled true to, and that's a possession case, and another possession case of 2024 PF 04140. And Your Honor, the state is recommending revocation.
All right. And defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, my client was put on, it's a 7-year length of probation back on December 17th, 2018. Shortly thereafter, starting April 11th, 2019, he was sent to safety. He completed safety, did 186 days in safety, Your Honor, completing it on October 14th, 2019. Beginning on October 14th, 2019, he was then sent to residential aftercare, which he did for 60 days, Your Honor, completing that on December 13th, 2019. Beginning on December 13th, 2019, and ending on August 18th, 2020, my client did safety outpatient aftercare, Your Honor. If you look at his the motion to revoke, Your Honor, or the court summary, he had been testing. He was testing clean for a long time, Your Honor. He tested clean from December 17th, 2019 until July 23rd, 21. We did have one positive during that time period, Your Honor, 19 months. Right after that, my client, he hooked up with some lady that he knew or met. She was heavily into drugs. He relapsed, Your Honor. And as you see on the testing after that, it went downhill, Your Honor. Started testing positive, failed to submit, all those kind of things until.
Was her name Eve?
What's her name?
Janelle?
All right. I always say, was her name Eve? Because,
Oh, the temptation.
Yes. that's, we
Not this
blame
time.
women
Not this time, Your Honor.
for leading us astray.
No, he realizes he made a mistake in being with her and relapsing. Your Honor. What we're asking for, Your Honor, he realizes he has a problem with the drugs, Your Honor. He safety did him good, Your Honor. He came out, he was doing fine. He liked another chance. I believe in talking to the probation officer, there is another, like a relapse program or something like that they have through safety or something similar to that. And he's more than willing to want to get into that program and get himself some help, Your Honor. He still, of course, has until December of 25 at this point, if the court does not extend his probation. But of course, if the court extends it, he would have still a lot more time on probation.
All right. Probation. What is probation's recommendation? All right. So is there anything you wish to say, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, ma'am. Judge.
All right, you can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Richard D. Wallace.
All right, what would you like to say?
Just want to say, Judge, that come before you today that when I got out of prison, I did 9.5 years and a 10-year sentence. And that was 2017 when I was released. When I was released, I only stayed out. I came out with 6 months parole. And I came back to jail in 4 months. When I came back in 4 months, that's when I picked up that charge, the choke and strangulation.
Mhm.
It's given a chance since it's AP. It did me some good. I did everything in my willpower to promise my family that I was going to succeed and finish this probation successfully because I had a courtroom full of family support. And I understand that I met somebody. I had got with somebody as soon as I got out. I got with a good woman, and she helped me save money. I was working. I was doing everything. What happened to relapse, and then from there,
Well, let's
she-
back up a minute. The good woman you were with,
yes, mom.
is that the same woman who led you astray?
No,
So you preferred someone to lead you astray over to the good woman who was there for you always.
yes, mom.
All right, you can continue.
And well, she tried to tell me to stop doing the drugs, but I was ready to hooked on drugs that's all I really cared about. And she got tired of it. She kicked me out. I went back to my mom's. I hooked up with this girl. And then from there, I just drowned myself in drugs. And after that, Your Honor, I relapsed. And I was ready, when I was going to probation, I was already in process. When I was coming out dirty, my probation officer had told me, well, I'm waiting for the courts to send me back on what they're going to do with you. So on that same day, that was a Wednesday, and 2 days later, I had a warrant put out for me. And well, that same day, I get a phone call. Well, that same day, I get locked up. I come to jail. I post bond because I was trying to get out before the MTR. So I get out. But this woman that I was with, Your Honor, and I'm just telling you the truth, man, it was over drugs. I didn't take her to the dope possible score. So we went to
Oh, no, here's the thing. Let me just tell you, the state didn't go over any of those allegations. They weighed them. So the only thing we're dealing with is your probation being violated because you were in possession of drugs.
And I mean, I just wanted to let you know how it went because it's the truth. And after that happened, came to jail, posted bond. The woman lied on me and said that I had hit her. She knew my rap sheet. I never touched the woman, never. So after that happened, I posted bond, and 2 days later, when I posted bond Monday, my probation calls me and asks me, she's like, how were you released if you're supposed to turn yourself in to safe P because you were gonna go back? I said, ma'am, I never turned myself in, picked up another charge. So from there, she had said, well, let me call you back. Well, from then, my phone died out and I never heard nothing. So I just left it like that. So I stayed on the run for a year. And that's just the truth, Your Honor. The only thing is that I'm asking you is that my life and my future is in your hands, you know? And all I'm asking is a chance. I'm coming to you for help so you can help me so I could successfully complete this probation. And I'm asking you that it's you that has the authority, the control, and the power, that either you could help me, send me back to prison, or you can release me. And if it's in your will, to put me in an outpatient or rehab, and I'm willing to do whatever the stipulations that you want to give me, I'm willing to do. And I leave it to you, Your Honor. And just for the record, I just didn't feel that with the VA, I tried to explain this, but I didn't have the chance. So I said, you know what, I'll just put my life into your hands and I'll let you decide.
Okay. Any questions, defense? State, any questions? All right. Could I have those printed out pages, please? All right, the court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. I want you to know that I always listen, and people who come before me, I see every person who comes before me as a human being. I don't see people as criminals. That is why normally I will call people the accused, because that's what they are. I try to stay away from calling people defendants and giving anybody, be it for the state or the defense, certain labels, because I think once you start giving those labels, then your mind switches to a different place. So I see you as an accused person. And I understand that there's been help for you. And the reason, when you're sent to safety and other places, I know that once you successfully complete safety, they place you in outpatient treatment. And when those things are done, you've been given the tools to stay clean and sober. And those tools are calling your sponsor, calling your probation officer and saying, hey, I'm back in the throes of my addiction. Can you help me? And both the state and the defense know that people who are placed on probation with me, normally, if it's an addiction issue for them personally, they're not picking up new charges. They are not hurting other people. They're hurting themselves. I will usually try to work with you and get you to an inpatient treatment. And if people don't want it, they don't want it. We can say, I tried, the state tried, the council tried. All right, your case is something that's completely different. So I'm going to find number one true, take in consideration county court cause number 147. I'm sorry, take in consideration county court 14 cause number 722-471, 2024 PF 04139, 2024 PF 04140. I'm going to give you credit for the time that was successfully completed in inpatient treatment, not the aftercare portion, just inpatient at safety. And of course, give you credit for any time served, which the court must do. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money will run concurrent. I'm going to revoke you. I'll suggest the therapeutic community. You'll have to sign up for it. I have no jurisdiction to have you placed in that program. That program doesn't increase the length of time that you're in custody, but hopefully it will help you with your addictions. When you're released from prison, if you can't find a place for inpatient treatment, if you come back here, I will call around to make sure you get in place at an inpatient treatment facility. Does anyone wish to speak to length?
Yes, Judge, I mean, considering that it was suggested 7 before yesterday, state's requested 6 years.
All right, defense.
Your Honor, in light of my client, having gone through inpatient programs, outpatient programs, aftercare programs, Your Honor, and coming to the court and explaining that he still has problems with drugs, being very forthright to the court, we'd ask that the sentence be closer to 2 years, Your Honor.
All right, the court will sentence you to 6 years in prison. Is there anything else with regards from sentencing for either side? All right. Did you review the state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is not a plea bargain agreement. You do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is that it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. I wish nothing but the best for you, okay? All right, thank you.
Your Honor,
Richard Wallace stood in front of Judge Boyd knowing this was the end of the line. He'd already done prison time, then got a second chance. 7 years of probation, SAFP, aftercare, a long stretch of clean drug tests, and a good woman helping him stay straight. Then he chose a new relationship, fell back into meth, stopped reporting, picked up new charges, and even went on the run for a year. Today he begged for rehab instead of prison. But Judge Boyd revoked and gave him 6 years. After everything he'd already been given, would you have trusted him with one more chance, or did the judge get it right?
Right, so where we were yesterday is the court had gone over the court admonitions with you. And then there was an issue with the stipulations.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
If I remember correctly, not yesterday, Tuesday,
yes, Tuesday, sorry.
and I do not remember which evading arrest is contained in the stipulations. Is it 6.5?
All right, what is in the stipulations for the evading is 615151.
Change the incident allegation clause number 26115.
Any objections, defense?
No objection, Your Honor. I had explained that to Mr. Todd. We do not object to that amendment.
All right, everyone, please whisper. We're on the record. And Mr. Todd, you understand that that's a substantive change to the enhancement allegation?
Yes, ma'am.
And that your attorney would have 10 days to prepare for trial with regards to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Then the court will grant the state's motion without objection. And the previous court admonishments have been completed with Mr. Todd. So state, with regards to that, do you have any evidence to present? I'm sorry, Mr. Todd, how do you plea?
Not guilty.
No contest.
I'm sorry. Do you understand that with a no contest plea, basically what that means in layman's terms is you're not saying you're guilty. You're not saying you're not guilty. You're just not fighting the charges against you. And if the state produces evidence that shows you committed the offense beyond a reasonable doubt, then the court can still find you guilty. Did you understand that?
Yes.
So do you wish to plea?
No.
Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right. State, do you have any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement that the state will not be presenting any live witnesses? They'll be presenting their evidence in the form of witnesses' statements, police reports, and judgments. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So according to the plea bargain agreement, as previously stated, your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 months in the state jail facility. All right. State, do you have any evidence to present with regards to sentencing or any argument? All right. Defense, do you have any evidence?
No evidence, arguments.
Yes.
Your Honor, Monica Godetto and I were here, as you know, till Tuesday after 5:00 p.m. Monica here had gone over this with Mr. Alboyd. This is an agreement that normally we would, when the state has a cap, we request a PSI. Monica and myself explained this to Mr. Todd, that we originally wanted to have the PSI. Mr. Todd was just to go forward right away, not wait for any evaluation in a PSI interview. He's letting you decide. And I had explained to him the range of punishment on the state jail now that the habitual is waived. No less than 180 days, maximum 2 years state jail facility. The punishment, the cap 12 months. He's fully aware that it's between essentially 6 months to 12 months in your hands. Knowing this, we want to go forward today with the sentencing. There are some things that we would like to address for mitigation for lower end of the spectrum. This is a body camera video where he's at a hotel. He didn't destroy damage property. He didn't break a window. There's no criminal mischief. There's no victim in the sense of there's no assaults. There's no harassment of public servants. In the video, he was backing away slowly from an officer. He does turn his body. He does move away from the officer, but he then jumps into a large puddle of water and he's splashing water on himself. At no point have we ever had any type of concern for competency. He understands his charge. He understands the nature, the court process, our role. He speaks very well, but he had some type of episode, whether that was mental health or substances, but he pulls his pants down and he is washing himself in his nether regions, splashing water on himself and splashing some water towards the officers. He does, the stipulations are correct. We say they're true and correct. He did run. He takes, it's hard to say running when the pants are still on his feet. He couldn't take a wide leap. He was tackled in the water, in the mud. It wasn't as if this is not a case where there's a high speed chase. He gets out the vehicle and runs on foot. This is not that type of situation. He's remorseful that this happened. Watching the videos helped him realize his actions. He is asking for essentially all his back time credit to bring him to time served or close to time served. He's been in here roughly 6 months, and he's asking for 9 months state jail facility, which would not be exactly time served. But I explained to him that he would be held here 30, 45 days before he goes to any facility. He would be here a little bit longer, but he's asking for as close to time served as possible, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Todd, I don't know what was going on that night. I don't know if you were having a drug-induced mental health issue or if you were just having mental health issues. Would you like to address that for the court?
You're able to speak to the judge.
Yeah,
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Todd.
All right, what would you like to say, Mr. Todd?
At the time, I was going through some stuff. I was previously on, and I was going through some stuff at the time.
Previously on what?
On drugs, not at that time, but like 2 weeks before. And I'm looking for a place because I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. I was looking for a place to stay. And I gotta have no place. I lost my place. I lost everything within an 8-month period when my dad died. And ever since then, I started getting all this stuff. Like, I've just been dealing with a lot. So I'm not looking for any sympathy or anything, but I mean, like, it's like, I went through all this stuff. I finally started getting clean. I said, I'm gonna get clean. And that's the 2 weeks I've been off. And then, because I was clean for 2 weeks at the time. And I was looking for me a place to stay, to get some rest, and get some sleep, because I was up for like 3 days because I had an ID. I couldn't get my ID. And I tried to get it somewhere to sleep it up.
So what is this? You're washing yourself in the mud and everything?
I was going through an episode. I mean, I can't explain this, so embarrassing. I never went through that.
No, I don't want to embarrass you. So when you say you lost your place, was your place with your father?
Oh no, it was my own place. And
so how did you end up?
Father, I lost my nephew, my son.
How did you end up losing your place?
Like a 2 weeks period, and then everything just started coming downhill. I lost my family. They left.
All right. When you say they left, what do you mean?
Told me they didn't want me to be around them no more. None of them.
All right. So here's the thing. Sometimes when family members tell you that, that may mean that they're not going to enable you anymore if you're using drugs.
I haven't spoken to 8 years.
Hmm?
I haven't spoken to them in 8 years.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen them or anything.
So what that means is,
You know,
they're probably maybe tired. And for them to want to have contact with you again, you will have to prove to them that you're clean and sober. And I'm sure if you look internally with yourself, they have probably done this game with you or this process with you where you get clean and sober and everybody sees you. They have a big celebration. Maybe they have a barbecue. You come, everybody's like, this is so great. And it goes well for you. You're going out looking for employment, and then either you don't get employment and then you go back to using, or either you get employment and then the next thing you know, coworkers at work invite you out, you all have beers, and then you're downhill. And then it comes around again, and they're probably tired of the cycle. And they just said, We can't trust you anymore and we're not going to build up our hopes. So you have to present with them being clean and sober for a length of time. Because otherwise they get their heart broken and they're just tired. You understand? All right, the court is going to note for the record, this wasn't in a vehicle. This is him running with his pants down and not getting very far, then falling into the mud, then the officers having to arrest him in the mud. And nobody likes doing that, getting all muddy and dirty. You understand? And it's more than that. When officers tell you to stop, you just need to stop. And guess what? If you would have stopped and answered their questions or not took off running, we wouldn't be here. Who knows? Maybe you would have had a possession less than a gram case. I do not know. But when you run, that then puts you with more and more charges. You understand? All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 9 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. I'll recommend the therapeutic community. You should really take advantage of that. And when you're released from custody, you need to go to inpatient treatment. There's lifetime recovery. There are other places. They are free. They will help you after you've completed inpatient treatment. They will let you go to transition housing at a sober living facility. That is what you need, and you need it 100%. Do you understand? And do not, when you're released from prison, get involved with other people, because you need to 100% work on yourself and find out who are you when you're clean and sober, and what dreams did you previously have that you have let your inability to remain clean and sober interfere with. Do you understand? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. If you're released, well, you will be released. When you're released from the state jail facility, if you can't find a place for inpatient treatment, you can come back here. I will pick up the phone, call people so you can get into inpatient treatment. The last time you use may be the last time you use. And then guess what? Your family will get to meet you again, because they're going to call them to have them come down and identify your body. You understand? All right, good luck to you, okay?
Judge, you said credit for time served. correct?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, are you all ready to proceed?
We are.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 7760, State of Texas versus Destiny A. Valadez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Matthew Brown, Your Honor.
And are you Miss Destiny Valadez?
Yes,
All right, you entered a plea on August 12th, 2024, no contest. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishments be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. The state is silent on your recommendations. On your recommendation. The state took into consideration 3 cause numbers. Both parties agreed to waive the PSI and just proceed on the TAP evaluation. Have both parties had a chance to review the TAP evaluation, state?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection to the TAP evaluation, state? Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, state is silent. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
We do not, Judge, just argument, and if you would like to inquire of the defendant.
All right, the court will hear argument.
So, Judge, having looked back at her criminal history, which is one of the things that you ordered 2 weeks ago when we were here,
Yes.
there is some history, and we can't deny that. But if you go back and look at it, it's the most recent cases outside of the current ones were from 2016, and those are simple failed ID cases.
Okay.
There are no felony convictions for Ms. Valadez. There's a couple of items from 2013, 2011, 2010. So it's pretty old things, and it's all misdemeanors. We think that she would benefit from some structure, which I believe probation could provide her. She does have children that her mother is taking care of. Mother, she informs me, has told her that she could live with her. However, she's got to find a job before that happens. So Ms. Valdez has reached out to Haven for Hope and discussed with them the potential of living there should the court allow her to be placed on probation.
And also we'd point out with the TAP that there's no drug and alcohol criteria for abuse or dependence, and that substance abuse is not, that treatment's not recommended at this time. So we would ask, based on those factors, that the court would grant the application for probation in this case.
All right. Anything you wish to say?
I just want to get a chance.
All right, you're whispering.
I just want to get a chance to help my mom, my kids, and be able to get a chance to get a job.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Destiny and Barnabas.
All right, so you say you want to help your mom with your children? How many children do you have?
Four.
What are their ages?
21, 12, 10, and 9. And I'm also her grandma.
Wait, 21, 12, 10?
And 9.
And I'm assuming you're the grandmother from the 21-year-old? Okay, you're whispering.
She has 3 kids.
So she has 3 children. What are their ages?
5, 2, and 1.
All right, so maybe she was 20 with the 1-year-old. And then the 2-year-old, 19. And then we have a 5-year-old. Why is she having a child at that age? Where were you?
My mom actually adopted my kids.
All right, so why did your mom have to adopt your children?
Back in, what to say, 2012, I was going through some things with my father. Mental physical abuse with him. He's no longer a part of my life.
All right, so anyway, if your mother adopted your children, that means there probably was a CPS case, correct?
Yes.
All right, so that means that you didn't do your CPS plan.
I did my CPS plan. My mom talked to me that it was best to do the adoption. She pushed for the adoption. If you were to look into my CPS, I was not terminated my rights. My mom asked me if I would sign.
No, your rights have to be terminated in order for your children to be adopted. There can be no adoption without termination of parental rights. And I know CPS normally does not terminate parents' rights because their spouse or their partner is abusive. Where the termination comes in is when you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, and they tell you that you can no longer be with the abusive spouse. And usually people go back to the spouse. You're smiling when I say that. So what happened? All right. So why are you being dishonest with the court and making it seem as though, oh, they didn't terminate my rights. I did everything and I wanted my mom to have my children, when in reality, no, in reality, they gave you a choice. You can go to jury trial. A jury will make a decision to terminate your rights or not, or either you can have your rights terminated and then someone else will adopt. And so what ended up happening is you chose your man over your children. That's what happened. So why are you pretending that you need to help your mother with your children when your rights have been terminated? She's the parent, not you. You are no longer their parent. You're their biological parent, but legally you're not their parent. And why are you stealing other people's identifying information? All right. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court previously stated the court had found you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. The court previously, according to your plea bargain agreement, is taken in consideration the following JN numbers: 6788324, 6788325, 6788326. There's to be restitution and no contact with Christopher Geyer, Geira, There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Stop using your children. Stop using your children to get out of criminal cases that are of your own making. You knew that legally you were not the parents of these children. You knew that your mother was raising them. You're not raising them at all. And if you truly love your children, which I hope you do, the choices that you've made up till now shows that you put yourself above your children and put a man above your children. That's why your mother has them. But do one thing in your life for them. And this is what you should do. Don't go stay with your mom because you're not having your life in order. You have no plans to get your life in order. You're just there to continue this cycle of using people. You need to stop. Go to the state jail facility. Get your life in order. If you have a drug issue, get the drug issue in order. Don't come knocking on the door trying to be a parent. Don't go knocking on the door being a bad influence to your grandchildren. Do you understand?
Destiny. Valadez stood in front of Judge Boyd, trying one last card. Her kids. She said she just wanted a chance to help her mom and be a better mother. But then the truth came out. Her rights had already been terminated. Her mom legally adopted those children years ago, after Destiny chose an abusive man and a criminal lifestyle over them. On top of that, she'd been stealing other people's identities. Judge Boyd shut it down and gave her 2 years in state jail, warning her to stop using her children as a shield. If you were the judge, would you see a desperate mother or someone still manipulating everyone around her?